David here, weekly week look. Today is Sunday 1st of October, 6:45 in the morning. Obviously markets pros, looking at November 2017 UK wheat chart. Got the yearly chart in front of us. We've identified the MA60 as an important level. That stands at 141.90, and on Friday night's close, last trading day of the month, we closed at 142.15, so we're above the 6-day moving average. Now, looking back over the last 30 years, we've had a cross of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And normally when you see the price come below the 60-day after going through it, it has this where it bounced back above it, where we saw in 2008 it stayed down for a month and then bounced back through it. And then we've come back to this norm of 2 months below, so 1, 2, and then the third month, you see a green month, it bounced back through it. 2010 the same, and in 2014, and we're here in 2017. We've had 2 candles. This is the second candle that we've had below the 6-day moving average, and we've got this kind of like doji candle here, which indicates that buying's come in and it's lifted back above the 6-day moving average. So what we're looking for now is a possibility of a green candle, an up month. Let's go down and see what signs we can see into the other charts. On the monthly, you can see that here. This as we've closed the month. Obviously, we came down to test this swing low here, 138, and we had this swing high here, 142. And we can see the 2 red candles here and this sort of odd-looking candle here, where we found support, doji sort of looking candle here as we close the month. Pop down to the weekly, and we can see on the weekly the 60 SMA 138.77 has held this market all the way through August, September, and what we've seen is this up until now, this sideways action. Now last week changed all this. We had a lifting candle without breaking above this range here, and we closed dead on the money just above it of the swing high at 142. So what can we put here? We can put a 20 SMA on the weekly, and that comes in here at 143.50. So that would give us a target on a weekly basis to look for next week. If we look back this time, like this happened was back in December, we had 1, 2, 3 upwards move through the 20 SMA. So what we're looking for is this green candle. So we draw this green candle here, breaking through the 20 SMA, and sort of closing up at 144. So let's pop down to the all-important daily. First thing I do on this is draw my resistance line here, and that came in at 142.15. Now, if we go and look at what we saw on the weekly here, this happened at the end of December last year, where we had this rise where the price went through the 20 SMA, and that value here is on the green mark here, and we had an A, and then we get a B, where the price comes up and tests the 60 SMA, breaks through, and we have a rally up. Well, at the moment, you can clearly see we've had this A here now taking place, and we've now, excuse me, been above the daily SMA 20 for 8 days, and quite significantly, we closed at 120.42.15. Now, this resistance has been in place now and been tested and acted as support here back in May. And you can see here that we broke through it in, this was in May, June, and then in July, we had this closing candle here, and obviously we saw the rally up. So obviously what we're looking for is a possibility that we've got a change in the short-term trend. We've got a break upwards on the stochastic. What else have we got? We've got the SMA 60 coming in here at 142.95. So what we're looking for next week is this market to continue up, go up and test the 140.75, and then look for a close above this 60 SMA on the daily, and then that opens the door for a rally back up to test this gap here that we left back in July, 141. So, and we've got support here down here, solid support, which we've tested all the way through September, the end of August, 138. So really what we're looking for is next week is a stellar week where prices hold on to this gains we saw on Friday, goes up, breaks through the SMA, and that would be the 142.96, and then we see a solid close above this level, and then this would open the door for possibly a £9 a tonne rally up to back. Obviously, our target would be certainly here, would be back up to test this 150. Stochastic is crossed and above the 50 line, so we've got strength there, and we've got a slight change of this sort of sideways action we're seeing at the moment. So let's see if we get this rally next week. Let's see if we get a breakthrough 140, 142, 95, and it holds, and then this will open the door for the upside. Thanks very much. I've got this time next week. Thanks.